but like nobody needs to hear me talk about that.
Right.
But Shia, at the time, he was a guy that, when we did Fury together, that was such a wild experience. And, he was this guy who came in, he like pulled his tooth out because he thought his character shouldn't have a tooth. But his face, he didn't shower for 8 months. And at first when I met him, I was like, wow, this guy's just fucking, he's just loud, he's wearing his process on his sleeve, showing everybody how hard he's working. But what I found, after the 8 months of working with him, was somebody who, and and this is, it's just my own, he is every bit, this thing is every bit as vital to him as it was with me. I found a real partner. I found a real kindred spirit. I found that he was so fucking, he was willing to risk it all for the work. And I walked away with like an enormous amount of respect for him and love for him. I also saw a guy who grew up as a child star, a guy who was felt like he needed to bleed out for his art, felt that he needed to live wildly out on the street and in real life in order to sort of maintain that danger in his work. And I'm coming from a guy, me at this point, where I did all that when I didn't have the umbrella of being, a big movie star, and I didn't have that. But now I'm a guy who's absolutely a committed husband and father. That is my life. Like that, like my life is my family, and what I found is the things that I can tap into and my emotional sort of accessibility of being a dedicated father and husband is so much greater than when I was sort of this wild animal. And